Oliensis.
Really go Oliensis? Come on, man. My name's not that hard. It's spelled O-L-I-E-N-S-I-S, pronounced Rabinowitz. No, I set him up for that. Thank you, Joe. So I had a really big birthday recently, and thank you. I'm now older than I care to admit for the first time. So, and something happened the night of my birthday I hope doesn't portend a slide down a slippery slope. I suffered a knee injury that night while I was sleeping. Is that how you know you're becoming middle-aged? When you start getting sleep injuries? I don't know. So I'm becoming farsighted too, which is disconcerting. And I mean, when I read the ibuprofen label, which I have to do more and more frequently, I have to make this face. My wife's concerned that as we go through different phases of our lives, we're not maintaining the same level of intimacy that we always have. She wanted to go see a marriage counselor about that. And she says that I don't look deep in her eyes when we make love the way I used to. The marriage counselor said, well, what are your feelings about that, Adam? I said, honestly, I can't see anything that close up anymore. I mean, unless she wants me to make, you know. I'm not sure that's going to help either one of us achieve our objectives in bed, but, you know. Marriage counselor proposed a really good solution to the problem. I'm kind of embarrassed I didn't think of it. Apparently I need fucking glasses. My wife and I, we have 4 kids. Thank you.
Those fucking glasses work.
She's got the best line of the night. I couldn't say it. I sound conceited if I said it, right? Hey, those fucking glasses work. That was good. So the thing about having 4 kids is that 2 is great, 3 is terrific, and 4 is clearly too many. Like if I say drop 2 of them off, like when I take my 2 older daughters to their dance class, you know, I come home and Dad, there's 2 more. My older daughter, she's 14, she just had a boy come over to spend some time at our house one evening for the first time, and he seemed like a nice enough young man. When he left, I said to her, so what does he like about him so much? And she said, I don't know. She's really forthcoming. And I said, well, is it that he's smart? Is it that he's nice looking? Is it that he's strong? Is it that he's funny? She said, well, he thinks he's funny. He's like you. Our second daughter, she's 12. She has some issues with concentration and focus. We had her tested. She doesn't have ADD. What she has is a related but somewhat more intractable problem. It's called AGD, attention give a shit disorder. She doesn't give a shit. She doesn't pay attention. When I was a kid, I think that I idealized my father. You know, I thought he was the strongest man in the world, but looking back on it, I think that probably wasn't true. He may have been the world's strongest nearsighted Jewish psychologist. Clearly a less impressive title. You know. The other day I was taking a bath with my son who's 4, and he looks at me and, you know, my chest, my shoulders, my arms. He says, why do you have hair all over your body? I said, well, that's what happens when you get older. He sloshes around in the tub behind me, grabs 2 fistfuls of my back hair. He says, when I get older, will I have hair all over my body? And I said, ah. He comes around and says, will I, Daddy? When I get older, will I have hair all over my body? And I said, well, you might, probably. He says, well, then I don't think I want to get older. said, yeah, well, join the club, kid. The only thing that's better than is the alternative. And now he looks like he's going to cry, you know, like, I've been too harsh with him, so I feel bad. And I said, well, sure you want to get older, don't you? You want to grow up to be big and strong. I think one day you're going to be bigger and stronger than I am. And you want to get married, don't you? He says, oh, I'm going to marry Mommy. I said, well, I think when you're older you might change your mind. He says, no, I'm going to marry Mommy. I said, well, now, as I said, I grew up in a family that's just lousy with shrinks. My point being, I'm hip to the idea that this is a delicate subject for a 4-year-old boy. So I said, well, I see how you feel now, but I think that when you get older, you might meet a beautiful lady and fall in love and have babies after you get married. And Mommy and I will still love you with all our hearts, but we'll be the grandparents and you'll be the daddy and the husband who's married to another lady. And now he grabs me by the throat. He presses his nose right up to mine like a baseball player with an umpire. He's choking me now and he goes, oh, I'm gonna marry Mommy! I don't think my son idealizes me quite the way that I did my father. I have a hair that grows straight out of the bridge of my nose. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty certain that evolution was supposed to have taken care of that. I bet George Clooney doesn't have a hair growing out of the bridge of his nose. No, he's too cool for that. You guys fans of George Clooney?
Yes.
Yeah, I think he's great, right? He does good work, does good works, you know? The thing is, every time I go see a George Clooney movie, I leave feeling bad about myself. You know, I feel like I've just watched a 107-minute documentary called, Hey Adam, this is how cool you aren't. The other night I was watching a DVD with my wife of Ocean's 11, and it's over, and I turned to her and I said, boy, you know, that guy Clooney is so cool. You know, if you ever had a chance to sleep with him, I couldn't tell you that you shouldn't. You know, I'd almost be rooting for you. My wife being the kind and understanding woman that she is, so she said, oh, honey, really? Hey, I really appreciate you guys laughing at me, and you're terrific. Thanks a lot.